When Mark Burnett first said, what do you think about old versus young? I said, I think it's a terrible idea. We're coming off heroes versus villains. We need something big. And he goes, but look at the people we've been seeing. Think about Jimmy T. Think about Jimmy Johnson. Think about Wendy. Think about Jill. Think about Jane. It's a really good group. And you've got Tyrone in there. You got a lot of strong guys. And suddenly, we started looking at the old people over 40 and the young people 30 and under. And it did become a little bit of this Goliath thing where you thought, you know, maybe the old group could actually kick some ass this year. And wouldn't that be great? I hope Jimmy Johnson surprises everybody by not being Mr. Storyteller, because that will lead to a quick exit. I think Tyrone is going to surprise people. I think Tyrone may be what we thought James was going to be in terms of this huge physical presence, but really smart about the game. I think Tyrone is going to use that brooding look he has and then turn the charm, and people will go from thinking, I don't know about him, to he's not so bad, which will translate into I like him more than I would have if I thought I liked him in the first place. It's a weird reverse psychology Tyrone is working, but I think it's going to work. Shannon may be a surprise in that I don't think he's going to live up to what everybody, including himself, thinks he will. And I think Wendy is going to surprise people. I think Wendy's going to come out of the gate and people are going to say she's a nut job. But if she can get a chance to last, I think people will see she's actually pretty sharp, very observant, and has a lot of life skills that could bode very well in the game for her. I think America is going to fall in love with Chase if he lasts long enough. It could just be me, but there's something so Americana about him. And I think with him being involved in the race car world and his connection to his dad, who he just lost, and just the straight-ahead, likable guy, I think you can fall in love with him. I think people might also fall in love with Jimmy Johnson, because here's a guy who doesn't need this. He has all the fame in the world. He's got all the money he needs. He's been successful in life. He truly is a guy who's a little older in life, who is here for the adventure. And I root for that. I want him to have this adventure, and I want it to be everything he wants it to be. From fishing to getting rained on to competing in challenges and maybe getting voted out if that's his fate. But I hope he gets the whole enchilada. There's a lot of people America may grow to dislike. I think Jimmy T's a handful. I don't know how he's going to come across, if people are going to like him or find him annoying like they did with Coach. I think Sash is another one that could go either way depending on what he decides to share and how uptight he plays this game. I think Shannon's going to annoy some people. Shannon's going to kick my ass when this show is over because I haven't said anything positive about him, but I think he's very confident. I hope he surprises me. Marty is a guy who's a little sketchy, along with Benry. Not sure about Benry either, but I think Benry has enough charm that he can actually use that sketchiness and get deep in the game.